It's Sunday, the 17th of August, and it's TP's Weekly Roundup. This week, I'm going to be talking about sewing for LOROS, Christmas planning, It Pops, the quilt pattern, and the stolen deck chair. For those of you that are new here, I'm Tracy Perks. I'm a quilt pattern designer based in the UK. I live on the Grand Union Canal on my narrowboat, and we are in the floating studio, which is the little boat, and this is where I work from. I'm going to talk to you about boat life, quilting updates, business updates, and quilt of the week. And we have a Q&A section at the end. First, let's talk quilting updates. So I've been over at the caravan with my sister. That's over at Skegness, which is on the southeast of the country, for those of you that aren't in the UK. And this is our third year. We have our annual trip over there and we sew for the whole week. And this week we've been sewing for LOROS. LOROS is a hospice that is in Leicestershire and looks after patients within Leicestershire and Rutland. Our mum was cared for by LOROS 3.5 years ago now. So we're always doing little bits and bobs for LOROS, but I've spoken to them recently and I want to do a little bit more from the quilting side of it, from the quilting community. So we've been making things for their daycare raffle. We've been making all sorts of things actually, but I only took a couple of pictures. So I made a few of these little zippy pouches. I got the material, the panel from Wendy at Camelot Crafts. I think that's a Makawa panel. So that's really cute, and I've used up some of my scraps as well. So I'm pleased with those. Hopefully they'll go well in the raffle. And I've also been making some key fobs as well. These are really quick and easy to do. Great for charity events. My sister's made bowl cozies and drawstring bags. And what else did she make? Oh, she made some bookmarks as well. So I'm a bit useless. I didn't get pictures of all of them. We're going to go up there next week to LOROS, hand over what we've been making. And also we've got a memorial thing that we're attending as well. So that's good to sew something and give something back. So that's what we've been doing this week at the caravan. I have also been doing a little bit of work as well. This is one of the patterns that I've got on the website. It's a really quick and easy pattern to make. It's a cushion cover and it's got an envelope back there. So I finished that off, which is good to get another work in progress item done and out of the way. Business updates. There is always something going off in my business. I've had some fabulous responses from the Witch's Stash mystery Halloween box. And I'm so pleased because this was my first box that I've done. And with it being a mystery box as well, people are putting a lot of faith into me and spending their money with me, and they don't know what they're getting. So it's been so good to get all the lovely messages in emails as well from people going, yeah, I love this. Nettie from Nettie's Made has taken this great picture of the box that she received. Everybody gets the same thing in the box. So the fabric is art gallery fabric, ghostly and haunted, and there's 5 fat quarters from there. There's ribbons, there's trims, there's buttons, there's patches, there is a Halloween playlist, there is a sticker, there's all sorts. Oh, and there's a zip, and there's some very cute zipper pulls as well. So thanks, Nettie, for taking that picture. Nettie also did an unboxing, which is on her Facebook page as well. There were kits available still. There's one kit now available. So if you did want it, be quick and head over to the website and I'll pop the link below. In other parts of my business, I'm working on Christmas now. And actually, I feel like I'm a little bit late. So there is a new Christmas product that's going to be coming out, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I've only just sent the brief for all the marketing stuff to be done. So yeah, I'm hoping that in 2 weeks' time that that'll be coming out. But there's still lots to do around that. There is building the product page, which takes a while. I need to get images of the product, which I haven't done yet. So get some decent photos and perhaps get all the Christmas decks out. I'm not sure how Mr. Perks will feel about that. Yeah, so there's a lot to do when you're launching a new product, and then there's email sequences and all the social media stuff that goes with it. So, but I can't really start those yet until I get all the marketing stuff back. So, yeah, I've only just started working on that. I do feel like I'm a little bit late, but never mind. We'll get there. I don't know if you know, but I've started selling Orofill threads on the website. So I've been buying up some lovely collections that Orofill do, and they're going down really well. The first lot sold out within a few days. So these are new, they're on the website. Again, all that stuff needs doing, the product pages need writing and stuff. So yeah, so there is lots of different threads there, different thread weights. And one of my jobs to do when I get a few minutes is to make up some samples to show people, because I've been sewing on my sewing machine with 12 weight thread that is normally used for hand stitching. And I've just discovered 80 weight thread, which is very fine and normally used for EPP, that you can use that on the sewing machine as well. So I've been having great fun playing with those, and I will be getting some samples made to show people on what you can do with the threads. Quilt of the week. I love quilt of the week. It takes me quite a long time to choose what the quilt of the week is going to be, and this week it's going to be Alison's It Pops Quilt. Mr. Perks loves this. He saw the picture and he's like, "Oh, I love that." So this quilt is made with one block repeated 9 times. It's made with squares and half square triangles. I love Alison's version. She's added 2 borders to it as well. And she's had it long armed. It's beautiful. And you can't see it up too close here, but it really is a lovely quilt. So thank you, Alison, for sending that through to me. If you did want to send me pictures of your quilts, I'd love to put them on the lookbook. That's a page on the website where I showcase the quilts that you've made with my patterns. So please do send them to me if you've not already done so. It's a great place for inspiration, and it's good to go and see different colourways of the quilts that people have made using their own stash. Let's talk about boat life. There's always something going off with boat life, isn't there? This is the mooring that we're at the moment. So we're heading north now into Milton Keynes. And Mr. Perks moved the boat whilst I was away. And we've got a lovely shady spot because it has been super hot this last week. This week we got an email from Canal and River Trust saying that they're concerned about the water shortages from the reservoirs that they have and on the cut. They have put restrictions in place where there's lock flights. They are saying now that they are going to consider restrictions as well on longer stretches of canals. Now, we're heading into Milton Keynes, and that stretch is about 14 or 16 miles. I can't remember which one exactly. So it's a long stretch, and I think the sooner we get into that stretch, the better, because we're hoping that there won't be any restrictions on us moving. But they have said, make sure that if you've got your tanks full of water, you're full up with diesel, and you've got all the provisions that you need. They are talking about putting the stop planks across the canal in some cases. Now, I'm hoping that that doesn't happen in our area because, like I say, that's a nice long stretch. But what that means is they have these huge planks, and on a narrow stretch, there's like a slot that they slot in from one side of the canal to the other, which means you can't get through. And they do this for maintenance work, so they do use these stop planks every now and again, but I've not known within the Milton Keynes area for them to use it as a water shortage restriction. So fingers crossed that's not going to happen to us. But I do feel for all those boaters that are now having restrictions put on their movements. So in other boating news, my deck chair got nicked. I was very upset about this. Um, so we use our deck chairs quite a lot because we do sit outside a lot of the time, especially in the spring and the summer and sort of early autumn. And I bought some decent deck chairs a few years ago, and they've done us really, really well. Um, but this week, Brian, we do leave them out on the towpath, so it is our own fault. Um, However, it's very annoying. So Mr. Perks is like, "Can you stop banging on about the deck chairs?" So he rang me this week while I was away, and he said one of the deck chairs has been nicked. Everybody else's chairs were out there, but they obviously took a fancy to mine or Brian's. And Yeah, so we are moored near a park, and I was sort of hoping that somebody might have taken it and had a sit down in the park, but no. Uh, we've been and had a look, and it's not in the park. So they've even got the grapple hooks out and the magnets to see if they can fish it out of the canal in case it had fallen in by some bizarre chance. But no, we it's disappeared. It's gone. So now I need to have to go and buy another deck chair. And that's not the only thing that's disappeared over the years. You know, I think we've had two bicycles stolen off the roof. And one was when we were in the boat, and somebody tried to get on the roof and we felt the boat move. Luckily, we put a stop to that. We've had plants stolen as well. Um, yeah, all sorts of things. So, yeah, be careful with your deck chairs on the towpath. That's all I can say. Questions and answers. This week's question is from Tanya. She asked about how do we plan our moorings and what kind of transport do we use when we get to the mooring? We've been on the canal now for nearly 17 years, and we predominantly stay within this stretch. We do like a 45 mile stretch before we go up and turn around. We don't do that every year, but this year I want to just reduce that a little bit actually. So we know where we want to be for winter, and we want to be up near the bottom of Northamptonshire. Um, and the reason we want to get there before winter is because that area normally gets flooded. The towpath gets flooded when there's, if it's been raining quite a lot. So our plan is to get up there sort of around about November time before the winter gets too bad, and then we can turn around and come back. Um, so we have places that we like to moor. We need to be near a car. We moor with friends. So we need to think about schooling, and not that I've got children, but schools and jobs for friends and stuff like that. So we have our little community, and we do like to try and stick together if we can. So yeah, we've got our spots planned out for the next, I don't know, let's say 3 months. I don't really want to be thinking about winter at this stage, but we need to. And also, like I just said about the restrictions, we need to be thinking about that as well, because they do close certain parts of the canal in the winter for maintenance of bridges, towpaths, all sorts of maintenance. So yeah, so we plan everything out. I'm a planner anyway, so I'm normally the one that goes, "Oh, I think we should go here next," and this is when we should roughly go. So yeah. Tanya also asked about how do we travel when we get to our mooring. So we've got two vehicles. We're lucky enough to have two vehicles, so that's not a problem. We don't have to rely on public transport. But Mr. Perks does have a bicycle, so if we need to go back and get a vehicle, and we both can't manage to do it, then yeah, he gets on his bike and goes down the towpath. If you like this video, please press the like button and the subscribe button. And don't forget to sign up for my newsletter where you'll hear all the latest news. If you would like to send in a question, then please get in touch, and you can send that through a direct message or email from the website. And don't forget, if you want to send me a picture of the quilt that you've made from one of my patterns, I will then hopefully feature it in the Quilt of the Week section. Have a fantastic week. Next week is going to be a busy one for me. We've got the summer layers, the summer strawberries, cushion cover retreat at Woburn on Tuesday. I need to get the kits made for those. I need to pack everything up because I have a pop-up shop as well. And then when I get back from that, I'm going to start working on the next retreat, which is at Herds Hill Regency House. That's the 26th to the 28th of September. There are still a couple of places available, so if you would like to join us, go and have a look at the website. It's a beautiful setting. We get the most amazing food, and then we can sew all we can to our heart's content. Have a great week, and I will catch up with you hopefully next week. There may not be one next week actually, because I'm going to be away for the weekend, so it might be the week after. Take care.